Working also for the city of Milano. He's an architect, and he explained, this to the ground. He said, I want to do exactly the opposite. I want to design something willing to absorb the heat. This, what you see on your right hand side, is one of the few monumental cemeteries in the world. When I say monumental, have a look at those little statues. Now, cooperation, textile, mainly textile. Paolo Sarpi on the right hand side is actually the most of those relics. It's a memory of the year 1905. It was one of the pavilions of the... So, I have to be honest enough, it looks like a fortress. Yes, it does. In the little holes you see in the walls, in the windows, just to say the backs. Maybe. They are reminding of last year, July 2023. Suddenly, 3 o'clock in the night, we had the first hurricane in our history. We never had it. In the night, winds of 120 kilometers per hour, never seen before, 5,000 trees down. We had piano piano on the left-hand side where the flags are, is another property, those are closed. It has been given as a donation.
The mountain to Brunate, and on the side of the lake, I didn't want to come the other way because you don't get the wow factor, and we come on. Just before the Clooney house, you'll love that. Cannot go in front of it, but you're going to see where it is. You're going to see all the famous villas, Gianni Versace, who owns who and what owns what. This is fun. Are you ready? Yeah. Good. So here we are. So not a bad looking speedboat there, right? But you know the boats we need to look out for are the famous boat called the Riva, made out of mahogany, retro, even Lamborghini had his. Look up, you've got 3 wings to that property, and that is Montclair. Not bad. This one here with a funny balcony wrapping around it. Can you see how the balcony just sort of comes out and wraps around it?
White one with the balcony.
And then down they come, so they get a panoramic view as they arrive at their villa. And look how they've built the guest wing. Those, right? And they started to design the slipper. Look at this property, everybody. Now today, he told me that it's the head of Apple in Europe that owns this Apple. You might not have heard of her before. I might have it in one of my playlists on Spotify. When he bought that, and over the past, 30 odd years, I have watched that transform. So the left-hand side is the private residence where they have their pool and their gardens and grounds. Right-hand side is the guest wing. He has actually gone through all the historic documents of this property, and they have brought back all the statues. It's been converted into appartamenti vero, yeah. But the purple house coming up, this is the colour that of Milan this year. Do you remember how Malika was? Now, what you're looking at here, from the yellow buildings, the grey buildings, the one at the front, there's a whole lot of buildings coming together into a huge big villa, and this belongs to the Mandarin Oriental 5-star hotel. And Ishi colour, that is Villa Oleandro. That's what he bought for 7 million, and he hopes to sell it one day for 100 million. So remember, he threatened the mayor because he couldn't handle anyone coming so close to his house anymore. So now there's a no-go area very, very close to the villa. Keep continuing with your eyes along the lake. It's just up there that if you continue more, that we have the very famous area called Bellagio, named after, naturally, the casinos. Yeah. Oh yeah. This one here, immediately on your right, so it's got a little terracotta tower. Can you see that? And it's got kind of grey windows. Ding dong, Avon calling. This is the Avon. Do you remember how old that family is? But they've got so much money. He keeps a boat near the Cinque Terre as well. So when he doesn't want the lake he wants to see, he's got a boat for there and he's got a boat from here. Not bad. Do you remember Giudita pasta? My people at the end of the day. Heinz, baked beans, ketchup, spaghetti. Okay. It's renamed Villa Versace. Do you remember Gianni Versace?
Yeah.
Now, the stories to hide. Alfred Hitchcock said he, lured by a countess, was murdered by her lover in the hotel. And remember, it's 4 sides. Not everyone has got a view of the lake. Now, that villa, do you know who actually did that up? Her name was Carolyn Brunson. And this is dedicated to Gianni Versace, and it was dedicated to Versace for the contribution that he did and gave to the fashion industry in Milan. Oil. It's the same oil as mine, dressed up, and they're selling half a litre for over 45 euros.
You see the final lifting of the last activities of zinc for the cooking gas. As soon as looking back, 100 kilograms of zinc, which is 220 pounds for people from US. Michele is captaining like a fisherman with the cheesecloth like a man. It took 1 hour and a half to get that. It's an hour to the granules of the curve to drop to the bottom of the cooking bag. You will see later how they are. They're quite big. In front of you, as you are arriving, you see the two babies in front of you over there. You see the white tool they use. It's a metal hammer, heavy. They used to tap all over, paying attention to the pitch. It has to be totally consistent, otherwise you get a hole. So if you have instead a different sound over there, you know there is something to be checked. Now, let me try. I'm not sure if we can give you the difference. Okay? This is totally normal, because that is the center.
I wasn't allowed to have it though. Well, yeah, because I had a horse that lived into her 20s and beautiful, very beautiful. It's almost like they've been powdered with snow during the winter months, so it can get quite cold. But it's very important for the different microclimates, and these